What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Neal Podcast. I am Neal.
I am Neal.
How's it going, man? It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Been doing a few things over the past couple weeks. So
No, you got sick is what happened.
well, that too. We did a few things. I got sick. I was sounding like I don't know, was it Barry White? Yes. My voice sounded like Barry White for a good minute.
Yeah.
I was like, voice dropped.
You came over
it was
and
all raspy and shit.
You came over and talked for about 15 minutes, and I said, we're not, we can't record for an hour.
No.
But
yeah, we saw Captain America the other week. It was okay. It was fine.
I said it was okay.
It was fine. It wasn't trash like you were trying to tell me it was going to be, Neal. It was not trash. It was a pretty good movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was all right. It wasn't bad.
It was trash in the sense of it just wasn't up to par with what a Marvel movie should be today. That's what I said.
Okay.
That storyline, they needed to put that into a Disney Plus series. You just had them do season 2 and then give him a big movie.
Have him and Bucky, whatever that show that they had.
Yeah, it was the Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a great season 2. They'd have turned that. Oh, fuck yes.
It felt like it. I mean, it felt like it was meant for TV.
Was kind of weak. I'll give it to you. It was kind of a weak storyline.
So I was thinking about, we kind of talked about it, but I was thinking about this more later, where, okay, if I had to pick the suit,
okay,
and shield or Steve Rogers' powers with the super soldier serum, I'm taking that. But if you ask me, would you be Steve Rogers or Sam Wilson? I'm gonna Sam Wilson, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, don't ask me about names, man.
Falcon.
You know me and names.
Falcon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be him instead.
Okay.
Because I'm taking that damn super soldier serum.
I don't understand why they wouldn't let him take it why he wouldn't take it in the movie.
No, I'm taking the serum. I'm gonna fly back to Wakanda and be like, listen, got a little upgraded.
Yes.
Gonna need to upgrade this suit too.
I mean, it's essentially like roids without the consequences.
That was the problem. That, like I said, he put his arm up with that shield and blocked that Red Hulk punch, and I went,
you should have broke all your arm bones.
Yeah,
your shit should have shattered.
He should have just obliterated. But we'll see.
I mean,
I just don't feel like they did him, Anthony Mackie, enough justice for. Because if you looked at the Captain America movies as a whole, it wasn't up to snuff as far as
there was that. I think they screwed him with the trailer because I saw Red Hulk was going to be in there, so I was like, oh cool, Red Hulk's going to be in there. Maybe we can get a Hulk fight. Hulk shows up, helps him out and fights or something like that. It was like I knew what it was as soon as they alluded to it early in the movie because they showed Red Hulk earlier. I was like, oh, that's what he's fighting. How did this happen? Now I'm just waiting for them to tell me how this happened the entire movie. It was like, oh, you ruined what would have been like an awesome thing happening.
The trailer showed Harrison Ford Hulk.
Yes.
Like you looked at it and went, that's Harrison Ford.
It was on par with that shit that they did to you remember that Terminator movie? Where the guy...
Which one? There was a bunch of shitty ones.
The one where the guy was the robot, but he didn't know he was a robot.
Oh, yeah.
In the trailer, they show him strung up with his fucking robot parts out of it. So from the jump, as soon as the movie
we knew
starts,
that he was a robot before he knew he was a robot.
Yes, and I was like, who is authorizing these shitty trailers to just destroy the surprise in movies? It's insane to me.
It would have made it a little bit better had we not known that Harrison Ford was going to be Red Hulk.
Yes, because when you see him freaking out and going through his stuff, if you haven't seen it, just don't listen.
Oh, did you not watch the trailer ever? Yeah.
Yeah, when you see him going through his shit when he's on the phone, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he getting all weird like this? But immediately, he's Red Hulk, so he's like, oh, he's obviously trying not to Hulk out right now.
Comes right now. Yeah. Anyway, so good thing we did see Luenell. We went and saw Luenell Friday.
Yes. Oh, fuck yes. That was great.
It's been a minute since I've been to a black show. And I don't mean... What? You know exactly what I mean.
Okay. What do you mean, Neil? Please explain to me
So
what you
you
mean.
have like
What do
you
you mean
have
by what do we
because
black people do at shows, Neil?
no, not that. I'm just saying we went to a Luenell show. There, she even called it out. She was like, "Where are my white people at?" There wasn't a lot of claps.
I don't even know if you clapped.
No, I didn't because I knew where I was at. No, I mean, and she okay. So not to spoil any of her bits because she said she's just starting back this year, but like when she brought up the Happy Birthday song,
Oh yes, yes.
yeah,
That's true.
and for the whole theater to be in unison,
Yes.
like they had been a church congregation for 15 years, yeah, that kind of stuff. It's great. I love it though.
Oh,
There's
that's
nothing
true.
like going to a white show and you can't even get them motherfuckers to clap together, let alone break out in song like that.
Oh man, what I did find funny though. As soon as she walked out, like everybody, phones out,
Oh
all that
my
kind of stuff,
God.
recording
That
her
was
coming on the
okay.
stage.
You want to talk about being
That,
at.
that was hilarious, and nobody gave a fuck. Ushers are running around, like Sandy's sitting right next to me with my phone in her hand, trying to take a video, and the usher is standing right next to me, screaming at her, "Hey, hey, put your phone away!" Yes, you. I look over and was like, "I'm talking to you," pointing right through me to her, Sandy. Put your goddamn phone away. And Sandy's just like, I was like,
Yeah.
give me that shit.
And it was fast. And I like, I'm not going to be the one to say something because I knew where I was at. Like,
Oh, they were ignoring the fuck out of these ushers.
But it was immediate. It's like you said, immediately everybody's phone was out. And I
Yes.
went, you can't do that.
Yes.
You can't do that. And I was like, but I'm not going to say anything. You can do what you want.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
And there was a couple of, and that was the thing is I couldn't tell what he wasn't black though, but there was a drunk dude in the front that was hounding
that dude who
her.
kept standing up and waving and all this shit.
And it was the whole hour, and she did it about an hour and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she did like an hour, because maybe an hour and a half.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It was
got
a
off
good
around
show.
11.
It was a good show.
Yes.
It was a good show. I didn't catch the name of the first two comics, but I think it was a Puerto Rican lady and a
I think she was black. Yeah, she was Puerto Rican and a white dude.
white dude from New York for sure.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Now, I will say, I think we can say this about Luna. I thought it was funny as shit. She was sitting down half the damn show. I had never seen it. And then when she explains, I was like, all right, I get it. But I never seen no shit.
She said, "You didn't come here to see me stand up.
Yeah.
You came here to see me talk, and I can talk sitting down."
I was like, all right, I get it. I get it.
Oh
She
no!
sat down half the fucking show, and that shit. I don't think I've ever been to a comedy show and then motherfucker said, all right, here's what the fuck we're going. I mean, it's like, I think Bill Cosby is the only other person I've seen sit for most of a show and it still be funny. Because he has a few specials where he was sitting the entire time.
I don't think I saw those. I don't think I saw the ones where he was sitting.
He's got at least one where he was sitting, or at least most of the time. He was just sitting down and just fucking going off.
Who's that rapper dude that?
That's what I was thinking of too. Something Blunts. Motherfucker be having oxygen mask though too. He'll have an oxygen tank sitting on that couch about to break in half as soon as he gets down on it.
That couch is crying. That couch is screaming
Ooh,
the whole
man.
time.
I wonder if does he have, if he goes on tour, does he have a couch budget? Because no way they can use the same couch at each show. That couch is done after every show.
He's taking 2 tour buses. Okay. There's no.
Do they get a new couch in every city?
I think they carry the one couch until that one gives out,
or they
and
just
then
get a one.
Then they go get another couch probably.
But now where do they store the couch there from?
2 tour. I'm telling you, they take 2 buses. All right, you got to take that storage for all the extra.
Or would it be cheaper for him to just get a just to get a specially made, reinforced, like extra sturdy couch for him to use.
You don't think?
Just saying.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you have the couch. It's got a steel frame or some shit. You've got it, throw some rebar through there
Big
too.
Fig starts to making couches too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I don't know that because they're big couches. It's not a love seat.
No, it's a full size couch.
It's a full size
that
couch.
he takes up 3/4 of.
I can't imagine carrying that kind of weight around like that. Like us combined is not even close to half of probably what he weighs.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
probably right. I mean, did you see that? There's a video of him damn near passing out whenever he was just talking. Or no, I think he started to sing or something like that. He gets about five words in and goes,
yeah, I did see that.
It almost just goes. I was like, oh, bro, you gotta do something, man. I mean, and here's the thing, he can rap. For as short of breath as he is so much, he can rap fairly fast. For a man that struggles to breathe, he can do a lot in a little with his bars.
And he's still in his 20s, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he gonna have a hard time breathing.
I mean, oh man,
he might not for too long because you can't keep up that mass like that at that age.
All.
No,
at all.
No, I hope he does get help. I really do because we're not gonna have any of his music to listen to if that keeps up.
Oh,
Speaking of that, so Gene Hackman.
Oh yes,
passed away. Which when I saw the Google News feed, it was actor dead at 95. I went, yeah, he's 95.
Yes.
But then underneath it was like wife and dog. Oh, no, that just doesn't happen. So opened it up and it's like, yeah, Gene Hackman, and his wife was 30 something years younger than him.
See, hold on. Why can't you do that, man? Why can't you marry
Gene Hackman?
No, 60 years older.
60 years older?
I mean, if his wife was 30 something years old, that's about like a 60-year difference.
You just went. No, she was 60.
Oh,
he was 95.
Oh, okay,
she
sorry.
was 30.
I was like, 30 years, Neal. This brings me back to why can't you 70, Neal?
No.
That'll put you right there.
No.
All right.
Because then I'm going to end up like whatever just happened to Gene Hackman.
Carbon monoxide, I'm sure.
Okay, so
I bet it was carbon monoxide.
It wasn't.
Really?
So that was the new thing about this is apparently, now this was CBS News I read it from, but they did carbon monoxide testing and it was negative.
Oh shit.
So something as of when we're recording is something fishy. They said suspicious.
Oh shit.
Suspicious.
It's only suspicious because she was 60. It's not suspicious because he was 95. Because
No,
if they'd just rolled up and been Gene Hackman dead at 95, nobody would have said a word.
And something about the last reading on his pacemaker was like February 17th or 18th or something. But no, we got another Hollywood conspiracy that's going to happen. And now kids are going to be, who the hell is Gene Hackman?
Yes.
Because I was thinking the first time I remember Gene Hackman was Superman. The Christopher Reeve one.
He was in those original Superman.
He was Lex. And he was old as shit then.
That he was.
Compared to, I mean,
he was old in the 80s.
Yeah.
He was already old in the 80s.
We'll see what happens there. But no.
I'm just saying.
Him,
Neal,
wife, dog.
You don't want to die in your 60s that'll put you with your 95-year-old wife, like a millionaire. Think of the life you would have lived up to that point.
What was
there would have been love, money, vacation. Like you would have been you would have been a kept man, Neal.
I don't know. They were saying he may not have had that much money in the end.
Oh shit.
So.
Well, probably because I'm sure you could have figured out how to blow through all the money so you didn't have much at the end.
Yeah, but being 60, 65 and not having any money, maybe that's what happened. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the police report says.
Just saying, Neal, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for some nice older women for you.
You can keep looking at them, and you can keep them as side pieces if you want to for yourself. But
Neal, why won't you open your heart to love? That's what I want to know.
I'm good. I'll get Chick-fil-A or something. I'll bring me a little bit of joy there. So
All right. Speaking of joy, I don't know if you heard about this thing at this cheerleading competition this past weekend.
briefly, so here in it was in
It was in Dallas.
Dallas,
It was
right?
here in Dallas. K. Bailey Hutchinson Center. So I guess a fight breaks out. Police get a report that there's like a shooter there, like an active shooter. So they shut down all the roads around it. I'm trying to get home. They shut down parts of the highway around there too. Like it took me over an hour to get home. Turns out it was just a ton of parents fighting each other. Like a ton of parents. Apparently like a big old brawl broke out or something like that.
At cheer, you were talking about
Yeah,
like
so yeah, I don't think you fully understand, Neal, how big cheerleading is. Cheerleading just as a sport is, especially
Apparently
Texas
not.
and in California. Cheerleading is life. They give scholarships out for this stuff. One of the top. Hell, you grew up within 15 minutes of one of the top cheerleading schools in the country.
doesn't mean I cared about it.
Trinity Valley. Trinity Valley has one of the biggest cheer programs, the best cheer.
Shout out TVCC.
Yeah, TVCC has one of the best cheer. They have a whole Netflix show. There's a
About TVCC cheer.
Yes.
What?
Yes, Neal.
I don't get the thing is I don't give a shit about it. I
Bro,
don't understand.
People have been murdered over cheer.
over.
So,
Okay.
oh, dude, there was a whole case maybe 10 years ago where this girl got a spot over on the cheerleading squad over her daughter or something like that. So this mom murders the daughter so her daughter can get a spot. Yes. Yes, Neal. Yes.
This sounds really white. Is this a white? This is definitely a white thing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It is. But it's still big.
I
it
okay.
is
I
a
can
huge
understand having something like the little Miss pageants and the cheerleading and the girl. Like
I'm fine with
it's
cheer over the pageants, man. It's way less creepy.
well, no, either one. I'm just like I don't get how they got to that point where they're fighting over cheerleading.
I mean,
like
same
what
reason
do
they-
you fight? But what is there
The
to
same
fight
reason you
about?
fight at a Little League baseball game. Thought this was America. Can't get into a fight in America?
That's just funny. I like seeing that. I've been at baseball parks with like I would be dating somebody and they'd have nephews or whatever, and I'm not paying attention to the nephews' games. I'm paying attention to everything around me in case I hear, "Hey, that was a strike."
Yes.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Dude, they get in fights at cheer competitions the same reason dads get in fight at Little League football games and Little League baseball games.
But
I'm
I'm
living
saying-
my dream through my daughter
Yeah.
or my son, and your kids are screwing over my kids, and I ain't gonna have that shit.
Is it the whatever that they don't think that they got enough points that they judged them?
It'll be like
Okay.
it'll either be they didn't get enough points, or technically the moves that they did weren't supposed to do, and nobody's saying anything. But I saw that shit, so I didn't. It's all that kind of stupid.
Oh, so
shit.
there's action. I guess it makes it. So
Dude,
there's
there's
judging, there's rules and stuff to what you can and
absolutely,
can't do.
Yeah.
Okay. well,
Hey, now I will also say, as a guy, it's a really good way to get a scholarship as well. Like a cheer scholarship, you can either be a tumbler or you're a thrower. All right, or a base, I guess as they call it. You're the guy
yeah,
doing
they
the
do.
flips,
They call them bases, all right.
or you're the guy throwing the chicks in the air all the time. You know how many? I remember at SFA seeing a few guys in on cheerleading scholarships. Dudes were roiding it up and just launching
Yeah.
these tiny chicks
Yeah.
way up in the air.
Yeah, I've seen UT. They got some dudes that throw them girls up in the
Yeah,
sky.
dude, all
yeah.
you do, hang out with some hot chicks, take steroids, and work out, and just throw these chicks around.
I mean, that part I understand better than the fighting about cheering, because I'm like, oh, dude's not maybe. I'm not saying, but he might have not ever gotten into football or basketball or whatever, but he wanted a way to get a scholarship, and he's like, you mean I get to hang out with a bunch of hot chicks and I can go to school for free? I get it. I can get it, but getting pissed off to the point where you're fighting parents at cheer, because my mind, if I had a daughter that's doing it, I was like, well, she likes doing it. She enjoys it, and that's all that matters. She's not going to turn this into a profession.
No. then you need to keep your daughter out of that. If she's in it just to kind of have fun and kind of enjoy herself, get her off my team. She's not about to drag the team from my daughter down. We're here trying to win championships. So if you in here just to kind of sit around and have fun, you can go for another team, Neal. Not my team.
I mean,
we here to win state championships.
Then I probably as soon as she said, "Okay, Dad, I don't. This is not fun anymore." I'd have pulled her ass out then.
And the shit is expensive too, bro. Cheer is not cheap at all.
How is it? What do you have that's expensive?
Oh, dude, there's cheer academies, schools, all that kind of stuff.
So
like
it's
facilities.
The schooling. I thought you meant like
for like lessons in the school and the schoolings. Like you have cheer at school. Like they have cheer at school, they'll do their competitions. But there's also like kind of like we have like jujitsu gyms and stuff like that. There are cheer gyms. And like cheer gyms, and I would say like gymnastic gyms are somewhat similar because there's a lot of tumbling and stuff involved. But there, especially here in Texas, there are a lot of just straight up cheer gyms, and that is what we do. That is all we do, and we practice cheer.
Well, I can say this,
and it costs some money, Neal.
I think our demographic is not of that, so it's a good thing that.
So here's the thing: when you find your nice older lady, and you're trying to figure out what to do with the grandkids with all the extra money that you and your now new partner have has, you can put your the granddaughters in cheer. See, Neal.
That's how I know you never listen to me, because you.
What do you mean?
Because
you just talked about putting your daughter in cheer.
No,
Neal.
I said if I had a daughter, which I don't, and she wanted to do cheer, I would, of course. Like if I had a kid and they wanted to do something,
you and your 7-year-old wife would put y'all's granddaughter in cheer if she wanted to do it.
That I said my kid.
That is now your what? I guess assume step granddaughter. You're not gonna like her just because she's a stepchild?
Yeah.
Neal, what is that?
That ain't my
What kind
kid.
of heartless bastard are you?
This one right here, motherfucker. Okay, I'm not putting. We got a mutual friend, our friend Chris. Mm-hmm. He loves his niece.
Yeah,
he loves his niece so much,
and he would put her in cheer.
I'm trying to tell you. No. He went to one of her cheer things, and it was like 6-7 hours. And I go, for what? So you saw her for 15 seconds?
I can only imagine him at this cheer competition.
I got to sit here all damn day. I got to sit here all damn day to watch her. No, absolutely.
I mean,
not.
I've done it for one of my sisters. So she had a cheer competition. Yeah. She came up out of town. It was out in Fort Worth. I was like, hey, I'll drive my time. I'll halfway out. Watch you guys do all that stuff. It was fun. It was fun. I wasn't going to stay there all day. But I mean, I saw at least one of their routines. And I think they ended up getting called back to do a second one. But that was going to be could be 3 to 4 hours later. I was like, all right, I saw you guys. Hung out, saw you for a little bit. I love you, but I got to go.
Yeah. I don't have that. Mm-hmm. There's nobody that I had that. No. And now at my age, no, not doing it. I'll be like, hey, listen, I'll tell you what, I got 15 other things I'd rather be doing. Take your phone out and clip that 3 minutes and then send it to me, and I'll have something nice cooked for you when you get back home. That's what I would be doing. I'm not wasting my Saturday watching whatever, 18 and under, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, unless you go to one of the college cheer competitions.
No, that's just creepy at my age.
You wouldn't want to go watch college cheer?
No, I would. I'm saying, but me being there is creepy.
No. You're just an old man. All you got to say is, I used to do. You just say you had a nephew that used to do cheer, and then hey, you really enjoyed watching him do it, and then you're just here to watch you do. It's a big event. You're here to check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
let me repeat what you just said. Let me repeat
it's back. It's college at this point, so
yeah.
It's college.
Yeah.
And now, if you show up to a high school by yourself with no kids, hey,
if I showed up to a college thing and
college cheer competition,
go, do you have? Is your sister in it? No, and they find out that I'm just here to view it. No, that's gonna be creepy.
No,
shit.
I bet you could go to a number of these competitions and find single guys that are there watching.
I know. And you know what those guys are doing? They're creeping.
Man, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the next time there's a college one in the area, we should go to find out. And do like a little, we can interview. You don't want to go ask guys what they're there for?
I don't want to go watch some community colleges cheerleaders do cheer for 4 hours or whatever it is.
But it's so athletic. I will actually say, like, that shit athletic as fuck.
I grew up in Texas. You know this. Yeah. I saw plenty of cheerleading when I was in school.
But not to this level. They're throwing these chicks 25, 30 feet
they were throwing,
in the damn air.
Yeah, I had a friend, classmate. She got thrown up about 15 feet and came down on her head.
Oh.
Now, luckily it wasn't like head down, but she popped the back of her head on the gym floor. Pretty sure she got a concussion.
What do you mean pretty sure? No.
Well,
she got a concussion.
This was 2000.
Yeah, at the time you weren't sure. I'm going to tell you right now. She got a concussion.
No, that's what I'm saying. At the time, she hit her head. Today, she'd have probably been stretchered out on a gurney.
Oh, yeah.
You hurt. And everybody went, at the same time, because we could go, okay, she's up there, and those two guys are this far apart. They're not going to catch her. And then they were like, oh, shit. And then when they
forget she was in the fucking air?
Dude, I don't know what happened. I think they were just like, all right, good job. Oh, shit. And then when they reached out, they didn't interlock, and she kind of
went right through their arms.
Through their hands.
Speaking of getting taken out on the gurney.
What?
Did you... What? Yeah, no, this is a good... Speaking of getting taken out on a gurney, did you hear about that Delta flight up in Toronto like a few weeks ago? So, Delta flight from, I don't know, somewhere to Toronto. Something happened on the plane, and I guess their landing gear messed up or something, so they had to do like a belly down landing. So meaning they had come down with no wheels down, land right on the bottom, skid down. They land, the plane turns, wings break off, the fucking plane rolls with the people in there. Luckily enough, nobody died. I think like 20-something people were taken to the hospital, but they ended up getting out. So, now, here's the thing. Delta came out. It was reported anyway when I was reading this. Delta came out and offered everybody on the plane $30,000, like a $30,000, no strings attached, no questions asked settlement. Like, hey, we're sorry. Here's $30,000. Let me ask you, do you take the $30,000, or do you hold out and try to sue for more, or do you try to make a deal or do you try to make a side deal yourself?
I think it depends. I don't know law, but I think in those cases, the best case scenario for them is that everybody that was on that plane would have to file
a class
action suit, right? Because if you just did it individually, they would wrap you up in so much litigation that you would spend more than $30,000 on lawyers.
But no, you could find a lawyer to take that on contingency.
You think so? If it's just one person?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably
were in a fucking plane crash that they were at fault for.
Yeah. You're right. I don't know, man. I might just be like, if I came out fine.
Well, first of all, would you even fly again after that? After some shit like that happens.
Yeah, it can't happen twice, right?
Say that. But I mean, shit, man, the past year, man, planes have been dropping out of the sky and shit.
And you say that, and we just booked our trip to Colombia. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah. But see, hold on.
Which I've already had people say, you're going there? I'm like, yeah, what's wrong? But I found out they said stay away from the borders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to fuck around and do all that.
Because Venezuela is east of it, kind of.
It's east of them. Yeah, it's on the eastern border.
Then
above it is Panama and all that stuff.
I wouldn't mind going there someday, too.
Panama?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I did see tickets for there, too. So, all right.
Yeah.
I'll put that on the list.
Anyway.
But yeah,
$30,000, so they're probably going to take, 30-something% in taxes off of that?
Probably. Well, I mean, but it's, yeah, probably.
No, they got to get their cut, right?
But I was thinking like,
or the government,
because it happened in Canada, does the Canadian government take a part of it, or because you're an American, if you're an American citizen,
I would think
Do
because the
they?
company's American, it's going to be paid out as American
Yeah,
dollars.
but like if I live in Toronto, okay, I'm gonna assume Toronto's gonna take their tax. But if I live here in the U.S. and they pay me 30
Oh yeah,
grand,
true,
but this
true.
happened in Toronto, does Toronto even get a cut
I
out?
don't
I
know.
don't think
I
so.
mean, but I
But
mean,
my
I live here though.
but here's
So
my thing. I don't join this class action. I'd be like, all right, well, I'll take the 30, but can you also give me 100 grand in flight credits?
you want to fly with Delta again after that?
Fuck it, man. Why not? Why not double up?
$100,000 in flight credit. Would you
Yeah.
take the 100,000 no cash?
I gotta have cash. Gotta have at least a little bit of cash. Or
I like
I'll
that
do
offer
50
a
and
lot better.
50. If you give me 50 grand, 50 grand in cash, 50 grand in flight credits.
I like that. I like that. I would take that.
You would take that?
I would much rather feel like if it was 30 grand and I just went, man, I don't want to deal with it. So just give me, but I'd kind of feel like I got shafted. But 50 and 50, I'd be like, okay, all right, we good.
Yeah,
Because I'm flying all first class.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now you got you have a bunch of, you have at least 5 to 6 truly first class flights. I'm talking even some of the flights with the pods. You can get a few pod flights in.
Like who's your, what are your subsidiaries? Who are you got under your
That's what I'm saying.
umbrella?
I figure as long as you book through Delta, it'll
Right.
count towards whatever, and so you can upgrade all day. I'm gonna have fucking platinum status flights by the time that fucking money goes.
Sir, we
through.
noticed that you spent an absorbent amount of money between like 2025 and 2030, and then you just kind of stopped. I was like, yeah, and ran out of my $50,000 credit.
Yes.
No, I would take that 50 and 50. 30 kind of seems
30 seems low, right?
Yeah.
That just seems crazy low.
Still might be a lot of. How many people are on? How many people can you put on like a 757?
I think it was a smaller plane.
Oh, it was smaller.
I think it was like
If it was a small plane, like if it was one of those small, like little jets.
No, it wasn't a little. It was like
Oh.
it wasn't a big 750. It was like a 727 type size.
How
But I think
many
it was maybe 180 people or something like that. I think it only like 20 ended up having to go to the hospital. Most everybody was able to get out fine with like no major medical issues. So
you probably looking it.
What do you
They
think
said small 757 is about
200?
200. So if you're talking 200, that's $6 million, right? In settlements.
Yeah, for Delta, I don't feel like that's a big deal for Delta.
And the airline's kind of still hurting a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, what would you rather pay $6 million or sit there and have to spend 20 over the next several years trying to fight these lawsuits, and then turn around and get hit with that $6 million if they pay out that. Let's say hell, if they do it in an American court, hell, I was in this plane wreck, this, that, and the other, pain and suffering, just. And one individual, you're looking at several $100,000 at a minimum.
Yeah. I just don't know what would you sue for? Because I get that it was a malfunction in the equipment, but
yeah, well, I'm gonna be walking around in a neck brace for the next year and a half. I'm gonna have neck brace on.
My back's never been the same.
I ain't taking no. I have to take buses everywhere and boats everywhere. I can't. I'm too scared to fly. I'm getting therapists because every time I go to sleep, I just hear, if I hear a bang, I'm freaking out now.
All the emotional damage
Yeah.
it's caused.
I am internally scarred from this event.
I could see that.
Neal, I don't know if I'll ever fly again.
Now give me my $50,000 credits for flying. I'll change my mind.
That's if I take the settlement. If I don't take the settlement, my life is destroyed at this point.
Well, after I considered it, I just don't know if I could ever fly again.
I got motion sickness so easily. Anything move, I can't go past 20 miles an hour. I get motion sick. Like, this has traumatized me, Neal.
So you win a $3 million settlement, and then you're
And
like
magically,
Instagram in the Bahamas.
hey, well, that's due to the years of therapy that I needed after this event, Neil. That has helped me to finally move past my fear and to take a leap of faith and go on this vacation.
So 2-3 years. You're saying 2-3 year to wait for 4 mil?
Well, but I figured that's at least minimum how long that court case that
Probably.
thing is going to take.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going
Yeah.
to take a few years.
It's gonna take a minute.
And it's not like you can't take a road trip. Everything I'd have to do would all be domestic, or I'm driving there. I'm catching a bus or riding a train there.
You got a long con that you got to plan out for 2-3 years. You can't take a plane.
The
for
$3
2-3
million
years.
long con. Hey man, I'm committed.
Well, it's a good thing this won't be on the internet or anything.
Delta, don't let me get into a plane crash with y'all.
We're not flying Delta, are we?
I think we are. Yes.
Be like that plane. Make sure they don't get off it. Try to con me, bitch.
Oh shit, man. But yeah, like you said, man, we got the tickets. We got got our tickets. We are going to Neal and Neal go to Colombia.
Yep.
It is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna have to take some footage and shit and
yeah, we might
spice it up.
We might do a podcast from a beach.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just
Maybe.
saying.
Might be so.
Yeah. So
I'm
Neal
looking
and Neal go
forward to
abroad. So
But I looked up Cartagena and I just Google searched Cartagena and Google searched Medellin. First things that pop up is just fine ass Colombian women.
okay. I also okay.
Yeah.
Yes, women are fine, but the food is really good too.
Oh, I
dude,
bet it tastes great.
There's a restaurant here in the Dallas area I ought to take you to. I've been going to this place for fucking years. It's called El Portal. It's fucking it's good. And then they got like this cheese bread, this bread with like cheese mixed in there, and like when you get it hot, bro.
Oh no,
amazing.
but the women, like the the women. I like you said, I can get that
Neil,
here.
I've got a
I
good woman
can't
at home. I'm not going there for the women.
Okay. Well, look, I don't. So, food, good, yes. Women,
The
better.
scenery is beautiful though too.
Yeah,
man.
they were gorgeous, all of them.
The jungle is amazing. The beaches were great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this shit.
I am
Plus,
too, man.
I think it's been maybe 2 years since I think my last vacation. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 years. When we went to Switzerland.
Yeah.
I don't think,
yeah.
Because I went to Switzerland. I think it was 2 years ago. Wasn't last
That seems
year.
about right. That seems about right. It was in like a November, I think. So it wasn't last November, but the November before.
Was it in November? No, it was in like March or something.
Oh, I don't know.
I remember because it was close to ski season. It was still ski season.
Yeah,
at the
it
time.
was still ski season.
So yeah, because it was towards the end. So I think it was like in March,
Okay.
March or April, something like that.
It's been about a year since I went somewhere too.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, this will be your first trip out of the country.
I know.
You get to have
Technically,
fun
yeah.
dealing with customs for the first time. Holy shit!
What was it you were saying? I needed to get something
Global
for global entry.
God, dude, get it. You have no idea. It makes getting back. So here's like it's only for the U.S. Like people make the mistake, and when they get global entry, they think it shortens the line with them around the world. It's like no, boo. It's just for the U.S. But when you come back, man, that fucking customs line gets long. And it can take a while sometimes.
Coming
depending
back
on,
to the States.
yeah, depending on what airport you come through and when you come through, you could get through it inside of 30 minutes, or you could get through it inside of like 2 hours. But if you have global entry, you're gonna be through it within 30 minutes.
Okay.
And so that's why I was like, get global.
All right, I'll
get
get
global
it.
entry.
Because I've had people come back from places. Well, you have come back to DFW and said, "Yeah, we were in customs for 3 hours today." I don't do lines well.
The worst was China. China
coming back in from China.
No. Going through customs
going
in China when we first got to China.
Well, there's like 2 billion people over there,
Dude, we just walk. We get in there, and it dumps you into like this hall, like this just giant hall, and there's just 20 something rows of just custom ages, and it filled up inside of like 5-10 minutes, and it was just like, fuck, this is a lot of people.
How long did it take you to get through that?
Hour and a half.
Not bad considering the way you were describing it.
Dude, like, and it was just like zigzag of rows. But think about an hour and a half with as many people as they process. I was shocked that we got through it in that fast, because I thought we were going to be there like half the day.
They can't fuck around. They gotta, like, we gotta get you in and out.
Yes.
So hurry up.
Yeah.
Speed line.
Oh yeah. We got farted on plenty in that line, just because it's China.
What do you mean?
Dude, just being in China, we got farted on. Dudes would be walking down the street and just turn and blow a snot rocket, wouldn't check to see if anybody's behind them, just go, and it's like, what in the hell, bro? It was.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
But I mean, here's what I will say. Most of the people we met there were really cool. The food was good in most of the places. Even though Sandy did get her food poisoning there, but the beautiful country and everything, most of the people were really cool. But I will say, had the stankiest bathroom ever.
Well, yeah, you told me that story about the kitchen bathroom combo, like sink cleaning,
there was that,
kitchen combo,
but
toilet
no.
chitter.
In one of the malls in Beijing, public restroom in a mall in Beijing is still the worst thing I've ever smelled in my entire life, man. It was just like,
was it one of those deceptive places where it's like the bathroom itself didn't look disgusting, but it just had the smell of like it had never been cleaned since they built the bathroom?
It looked fine. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like it had been clean, but the smell just, when you got within about 15 feet of the bathroom, it just hit you. You're like, oh. I'm having flashbacks.
I'll be sure to put that on my list of places
Bro,
that I'm
like,
not going.
Have you ever walked into a bathroom and like somebody took a huge shit and they didn't flush the toilet?
Oh yeah.
And it'd been sitting there for a long
Yeah.
time, so it's got that old shit smell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it had that smell on top of, like, I walked into like a greasy kitchen, and then on top of that it had like this crazy ammonia smell on top of it. So like greasy old shit that burned your nose.
That sounds fantastic.
It was so bad.
And then you ate after that? You nasty fuck.
We gave it some time. We gave it some time.
You were sitting there thinking about it. I know damn good and well you ate within the hour.
I ended up having to use the bathroom twice in that fucking mall. And I remember the second time I was like, as soon as it hit me, I was like, mm. And so I had never tried to hold my breath for so long in my life. So I just had to piss so bad. And so, because I remember I had to use it on the way in, and oh man, it was bad. All right, hold on. I got to prepare myself for this terrible story I'm about to say. So I had to take a shit.
Yeah.
And so I had to go into this bathroom, and this is when we first got to them. I was like, damn it, I got to take a shit. And I go in there, I was like, oh no. That's when my first encounter was, like, oh God, oh no. But then you know how you've got to really take a shit?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know how much longer I have before things just get terrible. And I was like, oh man. And so I just had to deal with it. And I go in there. And the thing about the toilets in there are like, the doors are only like barely chest level.
Yeah, so when you're sitting on it, you can
you're not sitting on anybody.
Yeah.
It's a hole. So you got to kind of squat over it to take a shit. So you'll see guys walk in, turn, and, well, I take that back. For them, it was about chest level. For me, it was probably around stomach level.
Yeah.
But you would see these guys turn around, and you could see them just shimmying because they're taking off their pants, and you just see them disappear behind the door as they squat down to take a shit. But then the thing is, as you're walking around, it's not uncommon for guys looking for an empty stall to walk by and look, oh, somebody's already in here taking a shit, and just look at you, see that you're taking a shit, and keep walking. And so I'm in here dealing with the smell. What makes it even worse is that their toilets can't handle toilet paper. So there's just this basket next to the shitter. And so
Just a basket.
So
There's nothing in the basket, or
what do you think they put in the basket, Neil?
you shit in the basket and then
No,
throw it in the hole?
you shit in the in the hole or
Yeah.
whatever. You can still flush the hole, but as you're wiping, you've got to throw the toilet paper in the basket.
Oh.
So as you're squatting there taking a shit, there is a basket of shitty toilet paper next to you. And depending on if they've cleaned it or not, it could be empty, could be half full, could be overflowing full. You never know till you kind of get in there. And so I'm in here shitting with this, dealing with that. And then I had to get out there and I was like, oh. And then coming back, I was like, fuck, I got to piss so bad. We're about to be on a bus for like a half hour. I can't make it. So I held my breath for as long as I possibly could while I walked in there to go take it. I think I got a good minute in there before finally I was like, I tried to take like half a breath. Like, oh God. I finally got out, I'm gasping for air by the time I get out of the bathroom.
Man, that sounds lovely. That sounds like a place that I think I should go and visit. Yeah.
But had a great time. I will say, despite that one incident with the toy with that bathroom, it was a good country.
All right, I guess something I never thought I was going to have to look up. I'm going to look up Colombia's bathroom system to see if they have real toilets or holes in the ground.
They should have Western toilets.
Okay.
So here's what I will say: pro travel tip: always carry toilet paper with you. Just have like a little like a little tiny little backpack you have with you. Always have toilet paper in it. Just as a rule of thumb, you're traveling overseas, going places, have toilet paper with you because they will either not have any or somebody will be sitting out in front of the bathroom trying to sell you toilet paper.
So their public bathrooms don't have toilet paper. So if you just didn't bring your own, you're shit out of luck.
Or you got to buy it from the lady in front
for $5 a roll.
They don't necessarily gouge you, but you do got to spend some money on toilet paper. So you might have to spend like $1 or $2 to wipe your ass.
No, I'll bring my Charmin 3-ply. Put it in the bag.
That's what I'm saying. That is usually one of the first things me and Sadie do when we travel somewhere. We find a little convenience store and we just buy a couple rolls of toilet paper to travel with.
Well,
pro travel tip: when you go somewhere, another country, always have toilet paper with you.
Yep. Well, I'm just worried about. I gotta quit being lazy. I need to work on my beach body a little bit.
Get yourself a nice little base tan going, Neal.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Because when I did try, it would stay on. But if I didn't continuously keep getting sun or keep going to the booth, it would just wear off after a week.
Would now be a good time for you to start testing out some bronzers so that way you're good when we get there? Just saying, Neal.
I might.
Just saying.
I don't know.
Help protect yourself, Neal.
Bronzer don't help protect you from shit. SPF 150 is what I gotta wear. That shit. I can't remember which one I found. I found one that was so high up that somebody said, I didn't even know they went up that high. I thought 30 was high, and I'm like, nope.
I've seen SPF 1. I've seen 100.
That might have been what I got. Because there was, you know what it was? It was something like that because I was going, I went to Hawaii.
I've heard of 120, 150. Never actually seen it.
I hadn't either. But when I was going to Hawaii, they said something about that ozone rate. Like, no, the UVs are different. You need shit that's reef approved. I don't remember.
Like Coral Reef approved?
Something like that. Hold on, I'll look it up.
It needs to be approved for you to get next to this ocean.
Right?
Like, what the fuck? Oh, bro, man, that is wild.
Yeah, it's called reef approved.
Reef approved.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Neal.
Reef safe sunscreens tested.
Oh my God.
And these
we
sons
get back
of bitches.
And Neal's face is peeling off.
No, because I'm getting all that shit worked.
Okay.
When I went to Hawaii, so I'm just gonna get that shit again.
Okay.
No, put it on my
wearing
scalp.
all long sleeve shirts when we get there.
I can't. It'll be wake up, shower, put the sunscreen on, everywhere. Then when we get to the beach, put it on again.
Okay.
And then you wait 15 minutes under the umbrella before
Okay.
you then baked into
Oh, you
the
got to
sun.
let it dry first.
You got to do the
let it
double layer sunscreen baked in, then you can get out. Because if you sweat just a little bit in those 15 minutes, you're going to look like the Kool-Aid man by the time you get back. That's how sensitive, it is for me. I remember seeing Ed Sheeran was doing some interview where he was out in the sun, and he was 2-3 minutes in and said, "Hey, can we find some shade somewhere?" I was like, "I understand exactly what you mean, brother."
This man has the same roots I do. Yeah. I share your struggle.
I got caught walking around San Francisco. It was 68, but the sun was out. And the people I was with, they were like, "Why are you turning red?" And I go, "Because we've been in the sun." They're like, "Yeah, it's 68. I go, "You don't understand. This is white people problem. This is real white people, like really, really white people problem."
You got to tell them I'm just built different. You know, I can't tell you.
I'm built like a husky. You shave a husky, and they're gonna get sunburned immediately. That's why you don't ever shave a husky.
All right, so that's your new nickname, Neal the Husky Kaufman.
Then that's just gonna sound like I'm fat. Like, no, like the dog. Well, why the dog? Because if you shave a husky, they sunburn. That's fucking stupid. Thanks for the nickname.
All right, thanks. You're welcome, Husky. You gotta just start doing these weird barks.
I never thought about that, like husky and husky. Because if you call somebody husky, you're immediately going to think of a big boy.
Oh, absolutely.
But then when you say you have a husky,
yeah,
you get the dog or your husband. Which one? Oh, all right, man. Well, we're getting back. We're getting back into it. We've been. You were sick. Did have some good food.
Oh yeah.
But we will be back.
Yes, we will.
We will be back next week. Please tune in. Go tell your friends about it.
Yes.
We'd love to
mash that like and subscribe button.
Subscribe and like and stuff.
Absolutely. See you guys later.
Having a good week.
Peace.